Hello everyone and welcome to another live ukulele jam with me, Matt Stead. And today we're going to be doing songs with a sunny theme, so nice and happy and sunshiny. I figured that spring was on its way, so we'd celebrate the daffodils and we've got some lovely crocuses that came up in our garden and all sorts, tulips now actually. So I thought we'd celebrate all this with some songs about sunshine, which should be really, really nice. Let me know how you're getting on where you are. It was so lovely to see some of you in person on Saturday. We had a lovely event at the Southern Ukulele store, which was really loads and loads of fun. So I did some teaching and a live set as well, which was great. And some of you I met for the first time, which was really, really exciting. So yeah. It's nearly Easter, isn't it? Me and Sharon both forgot that the kids broke up on Friday. It was fine because it is a weekend, but I think Sharon had planned a week off next week when I'm at Sore Fingers with them, and then she thought we'd all have a week after, but it didn't quite work out like that. So there we go. Sunny in Hampshire. Nice to see you again, Sarah. Great to see you on Saturday. Brilliant. So yeah, so that was really fun at Southern Ukulele Store. Next week I'm away, just to let you know. So there's no Kanikapila next Monday, but we will be back the Monday after that. I'm really excited. I'm going to be teaching at Sore Fingers, which is something I've wanted to do for yonks and yonks and yonks. It's basically a bluegrass and old time camp, but we can play all sorts of music there, and you get to jam with some of the best players from around the world. And I'm going to do a whole week of teaching now, which is going to be really, really exciting. So thanks, Jan. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be next week, which should be fantastic. And then we're back to our normal schedule as well. And I've got loads and loads of stuff coming up after that. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled when I'm back. Lots of exciting news actually when I come back, but I won't spoil it now. I'll wait till I'm back. Hi everyone. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, that's a nice picture, Sandy. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So the next kind of event that I've got coming up, if anyone's interested, is the Spanish retreat. So this one isn't my event. I just get to be the teacher, a bit like next week as well, which is quite nice. None of the responsibility and all of the fun. So this one's arranged by Matt Parkin, who's a lovely guy, has a website called the Awesome Ukulele Academy. And me and Percy Copley, my good friend Percy, are going to both teach there with Matt. It's going to be loads of fun. I think there are still some last minute places. So if anyone's interested, this one's the end of May and it's all held in a beautiful Spanish village called Gaucin. And it genuinely is really, really gorgeous. Andalusia overlooking the Med. The place where we eat and then we do some of our practices. It has a view to Africa. You can actually see Africa. It's quite amazing. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So get in touch about that if you're interested. And then the next, which means because I'm away next week as well, talking about Sore Fingers, it means that next event gets pushed back 1 week, the next live lesson. So this is going to be how to see music in colour. It's kind of what we're going to do tonight. Some of you might have noticed there's a bit of a change in the Kanikapila sheets. They're a bit more colourful than normal. And it's something that I've been thinking about doing for quite a long time. And basically I've formalised it all. I've written an entire book, 100 pages, believe it or not, all about how to see music in colour. And you don't have to have synesthesia. This is just ways of linking certain colours with certain personalities and certain chords. And it's like magic. It really helps you to learn songs way quicker and think about music in a different way. So I'm going to go into that in a load of detail. That's going to be in 2 weeks' time. But as I say, we'll kind of touch upon it today as well, which should be really fun. And the Kanikapila that we're going to do in a couple of weeks' time, seeing as I'm doing a bluegrass and old time camp, we're going to do some old time songs. So I'll bring back a couple of songs from the camp for you guys. We're going to look at The Blackest Crow and I've Got a Bulldog, which are just brilliant, brilliant tunes. Really, really love these. So hopefully, yeah, you'll really enjoy that. Okay, so let's bring on the sheets today and I'll show you what we've got going on basically because it's kind of interesting. So on the first sheet, what I've done is, you know how I'm always talking about the 1 chord has this personality, the 5 chord has this personality. Basically, I've formalised it all in this table. And if you're interested, I've got the fancy pants musical names, like the tonic and the supertonic, median, and so on and so forth. But the most important thing that I want you to start thinking about today is the way that these chords feel. And that's really, really key to kind of understanding music, isn't it? So you notice in any key, the 1 chord feels at home, sets us off on a journey, as I always say, right? The 2, and the reason I've made that yellow is that home, it's a happy place, it's a comfortable place, it's sunshiny and yellow. So that's why I've gone for that one. Then we've got the 2 chord, which I call the upbeat minor. The main thing to notice about the 2 chord, which you'll see in lots of songs, is that it pairs up beautifully with the 5 chord. It kind of leads you to that 5 chord, which creates tension. So things like a 2-5-1 progression in jazz. If you want to have a try at that, that's just D minor, G or G7 and C. So the 2 leads beautifully into the 5, which resolves to the 1. So again, I've been kind of clever here. Think about the rainbow. Purple is next to red in the rainbow. Red creates all the tension that makes us want to go back home. You can see the saddest chord is the 3 chord. In the key of C, that's the E minor. Very sad sounding chord. So therefore, I've made that one dark blue. And that works beautifully because it's often paired up with the purple one above it. Then we've got the change chord, which is the 4 chord in any key, that's orange, because that tends to come in and around the 1 and the 5 chord. What do red and yellow make? Orange. So you'll see when we do the actual songs in a minute, it will all make sense and you'll see. Then we've got red for tension, like a big stop sign, makes you want to go back to the start. And then we've got a kind of a forest green for the melancholy of the 6 chord. And then we've got the odd one out at the end, the diminished chord at the end, which kind of creates a kind of a jazzy leading tone, which is really nice. So the cool thing is you can actually see these at play when we look at the pieces of music that we've got going on. So let's check it out. So this is our first song, Another Sunny Day by Belle and Sebastian. This is from their album Life Pursuit, which is criminally underrated album. I think it's one of the best ones they ever recorded. I'd certainly put it in my top 3 and it's absolutely fantastic. It's got a real kind of really almost like an 80s sound to it, which is really interesting, which I love. And this is the second track on that album. It's fantastic. I think it's 2006 that it came out. Indrani is saying for her, purple is sad and blue is calm. Orange I find aggressive. Well, that's all right. We're real different, Indrani. That's absolutely fine. As long as you understand my way of seeing it, you'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry, don't worry. It doesn't matter too much. I had to think about the colours as well, because it's not just a case of how they make one person feel, it's also thinking about how they link to each other. So you'll see when you read the book, it'll all make sense to you. Hi Pam, good to see you. You made it back. Brilliant, brilliant. So let's have a look. We've got the 1 chord which sets us off on a journey. This is where I love the colours, right? If you look at this opening section, the verses and the instrumental, notice that it both starts and ends on the 1 chord. We've got yellow and yellow. And that's exactly the same with this verse as well. We're going on a journey, but we always start and come back to the 1 chord, which is really nice. The 5 chord is there straight away in this one, and this one kind of makes it feel kind of adds tension, so it makes it want to go somewhere. And by putting that 5 chord straight after the 1 chord, we get a real kind of sense of drama right at the start of the song, which is really lovely. You see those pair up all the time, which is nice. Oh, I've had a few people asking for no worries. I've had a few people asking about the new uke. So yeah, absolutely. This is my new uke. It's Ana Ole from Hawaii, which I love. I just love the wood of it. It's a koa ukulele tenor, koa back and sides and top, and then mahogany neck. That kind of koa faceplate again. What I love, it's a really bright uke, so it's really nice for that kind of Hawaiian stuff. You know, that kind of. Hang on, let me just move this. It's got that kind of purity that I like from koa, which is really, really nice. And my ears are getting drawn to koa as I get older. I think I like the brightness of it. It really cuts through. And Sarah and a couple of the others, they were total enablers. They were like, buy it, buy it, buy it. So I couldn't resist. So there we go. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Viv. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, looks like you've got a lovely koa ukulele. You've got a nice, Vive la chanson. You've got beautiful koa loa, which is gorgeous. Okay, so we've got the 1 and the 5 chord. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, guys. And then notice that the second line has like a slight darkness or sadness to it. We've got two kind of darker colours here. We've got the 2 chord, the A minor, followed by the 6 chord, the E minor. And remember, in any key, those minor chords introduce a touch of sadness. And you really hear it here. Let me just play the opening for you so you can hear. You get this. Another sunny day. Da, 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 da. Notice when we go to the A minor to the E minor, that it kind of tugs at your heartstrings. Da, 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 da. Da, da. So you can see that instantly in those kind of more muted minor colours. That's how the song's going on a journey. And then the 4 chord is orange because it leads you back to yellow. That's next in the rainbow, right? Da, 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 da. Yeah, Karen, I got this one from Southern Ukulele Store. And then the 5 chord often comes in right at the end to make you want to go back to the 1 chord. Da, 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 da. Okay, so what I want to do, let's take it from the start and just go through one of those verses so you can see how it works. For this one, I'm going to keep it to a really simple calypso strum. Just that down, down, up, down, down, up. Up, down, up. Some people know this one as the island strum. Absolutely fine, okay. That's walk, running, and running. Walk, running, and running. Walk, running, and running. But if you find that tough, it's absolutely fine just to strum up and down as well. Or you could even just do single down strums. Da, 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 da. So don't feel like you have to do anything complex, but it sounds really, really lovely with that calypso strum. So let's go through those chords. I'll bring some lyrics up so you can hear how it sounds when I sing. And let's try the first verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another sunny day, meet you up at the garden. You were digging plants, I told you beg your pardon. I took a photograph of you in the herbaceous border. It broke the heart of men and flowers and girls and trees. Really lovely, isn't it? It's got that touch of melancholy from the minor chords, but it really kind of zips along nicely. Let's do another verse, but instead of singing this, I'll kind of sing the chords so you can see how it's working. 1, 2, 3, 4. We set off from home, going on a journey. Is the tension? Some melancholy chords makes us feel a bit sad. So you can see how each of those chords in any song has a personality, which is really, really powerful, right? So that's the kind of basis of the song. In a minute, I'm going to show you something really cool that I love about this song. It's like a perfect song for teaching about music and melody, because the opening section has this lovely... It has this play where you hear a chord, but you also hear it coming down the major scale, which is really, really lovely. I'm really excited to show you that in just a sec. So stay tuned for that and you'll see it in a minute. Thanks, Leslie. Thank you. I've been working really hard on it. I'm so excited about the book. I can't wait to show you guys. I've got a friend who's a graphic designer and she's working on some colour tables for me at the moment. So these aren't the final colours that will be in the book. They might be slightly more muted or bright. But yeah, we're working on it at the moment. Oh, thanks, Anthony. You'll get there. You'll get there. Don't worry. Even if I just get it off you physically at some point, it's all good. It's all good. Thanks, Indrani. This one's right on the edge for me, so there might be a couple of missed notes here and there, but it'll be fine. Now, let's just have a look at the last three verses. They basically have an extra bit. And again, this is where the colours are really powerful. And I know, like, I'm going on about it tonight, but I want to show you how useful they can be. Because if you saw these as blank white boxes and the chord names, it wouldn't be obvious, like, which bits are the same. But with the colours, look at the first three lines of this verse and the first three lines of this verse. Instantly you can see they're exactly the same, right? So you can see the patterns, which is really fantastic. The bottom line of the last three verses is the same as the bottom line of the first verse. So in effect, the only difference in the verses 4 to 6 is we have this D to E minor before the last line. And that's just creating, they often call it like a little tagline. It's just a repeat of a lyric, basically, that goes in there nicely. And by the 5 chord going to the 6 chord, it builds even more tension, which is really, really lovely. Let's play one of those. I'll bring the lyrics on so I can sing along, so you can hear that extra one, and you can have a go. Just play along. So remember, every one of these boxes is 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if the box doesn't change colour, you stay on it for another 4 beats. So we've got 8 beats of G at the start, you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. I know what you're saying, Indrani, but eventually people aren't going to want to see the chords at all, that's when it gets super exciting. But you'll see later on. Okay, let me have a go at one of those verses. You can strum along. I'll come on close cam so you can see the chords. Let's give it a go. So one of these now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's gone. You pick me up for a long drive. We take the tourist route. Nights are light until midnight. We took the evening ferry over to the peninsula. We found the avenue of trees, went up to the hill. That crazy avenue of trees, I'm living there still. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Lovely, lovely, lovely. So this is a really, it's a great tune, isn't it? But I love how you can really see at the end there, just having the 2 lots of the 5 chord, the red bright chord, all that tension, you can see that it just creates a little bit more tension. So when you eventually get to that last line, it feels even more powerful. Let me just do that last bit again. We found the avenue of trees, went up to the... If we just had a G there, it would feel finished, right? But by having that extra E minor, we found the avenue of trees, went up to the hill. You're kind of like, oh, I thought it was going to end there. The crazy avenue of trees, I'm living there still. Isn't that great? So you get that feeling of resolution, which is really, really sweet. Oh, thank you, Charlene. That's really kind of you to say. I really, really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks, Trisha. Thank you. Belle and Sebastian, such a special band to me. I just love them. I absolutely love them to bits. I was actually meant to see them at the Albert Hall next week. Sharon bought me tickets for my birthday in a box and everything, and then we both forgot that it was Sore Fingers and I was teaching, so we can't go. But I don't mind, because I'm really super excited about Sore Fingers, and we'll get to see Belle and Sebastian again. Yeah, that's nice, Karen. Yeah, nice way of thinking about it. And if you notice the way it rolls along as well, the song, it doesn't have a verse and a chorus, which is really lovely. Di, great question. I'm so glad you brought that up. Yeah, this is a perfect song because it always kind of resolves back to that G chord, the one chord. This is a lovely song for adding a suspended chord into it. So if you want to kind of make those one chords sound a little bit more interesting when you get them and have them rolling along, you can either use a G sus4, which is putting your little finger down here on the 3rd fret of the A string. Or you can even turn it into a G sus2 by lifting off this finger. Now, if you're interested in the theory, don't worry if you're not, but if you're interested in the theory, the notes that make up a G chord are G, B, and D, okay? We call that the 1, the 3, and the 5, or a major triad, G, B, and D, because we've got the first note of the scale, not the second, the 3rd, not the 4th, and the 5th, 1st, 3rd, and 5th. What a suspended chord does is it takes the 3rd note, this one here, this B, and it either pushes it up to the 4th for a sus4, or it pushes it down to the 2 for a sus2. That's all that's happening. And you can kind of see this if I hold a G chord up closely. Here's the B note. And for a G sus4, we're turning it into a C by adding this finger down. And for a G sus2, we're replacing it with an A, which is the 2. So G, G sus4, G, G sus2. So great question. So Di, I was just adding G sus4s in, so I was doing a da 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 dee da ba da da. Just like that, put my little finger down. And that's what Stevie Jackson does on guitar in the original. I can't remember what key it's in originally. I think it might be this key, but I'm not sure. But he hits it on guitar in a similar way, which is a cool thing to do. Okay. Yeah, me too, Karen. They just make the music sound like it's moving somewhere, which is really nice. Okay, let's have a look then at something really exciting on this one I want to show you. So as I say, it has this really lovely part that I've tabbed out for you just here. Yeah, doesn't it sound lovely? Suspended chords are a great way of adding a bit of movement to your playing. And it's literally as easy as putting a finger down, isn't it? Which is quite amazing, really. So I'll keep this on screen so you can see it. Now, don't panic when you see this and you think, oh my gosh, this is meant to be a live jam. This looks really crazy hard. You don't even need the tablature. It's just there if you want it, because I love letting you guys have stuff, and I quite enjoy doing these arrangements as well. So it's there if you want it. But let me show you what's happening. When it goes to those long G chords in the instrumental, it's the same chords as the verse. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And you have this kind of almost like sound of like church bells. Ding, 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 dong, which sounds really, really lovely. And what's happening is absolutely fascinating. I'll show you. So, do you remember all the scales that I've been teaching you recently? We're going to do a 4 major scale up here. Like so, a G major scale. The one that I've mostly taught you so far has been the pentatonic, which sounds like this. This is your My Girl. But we can extend that out even further by turning it into a major scale. Now really trust me on this one, just give this a go because it is leading somewhere really special. Take your first finger and slide it on the C string right up to the 7th fret. That gives us a G note. Then we're going to take it 2 higher for an A note here at the 9th. So that's 7, 9. Then we're going to hit this 7th fret again, but this time on the next string down. That gives you a B. Next to it gives us a C. Then we go up to the dot, gives us a D. Then on this bottom string, similar again, we go to the 7th. But this time we jump up 2. And then we finish it here. If you wanted to, you can jot this down if you've got a pen handy, but I'll go through it again anyway. But basically from the C string, you're going 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10. Okay, that gives us our G major scale. Now, believe it or not, a lot of music is based on those scales, often coming either going up or coming down. Take, for example, Joy to the World. Joy to the World by, oh gosh, who wrote Joy to the World? That's really embarrassing, I've forgotten. I've been terrible on my classical recently. Last week I called Mozart Beethoven. Oh my goodness, who wrote it? Was it J.S. Bach? It might have been Bach. I think it was. Anyway, let me know if you know. And Joy to the World is just a major scale backwards. Okay, that's the opening, right? I'm literally playing that scale I just taught you backwards. G, then we come back. Oh, sorry. Isn't that cool? Well, what this song does is it uses the major scale in a really even more simple way. Oh, it's Beethoven again. Last week I got Beethoven for something that was Mozart, and this week I'm getting something that's Beethoven. I thought it was J.S. Bach. Oh well, there we go. So what the Belle and Sebastian do is they make it even simpler. They literally just go 1 note at a time. Like so. Oh yeah, it's not Ode to Joy. Yeah, it's Joy to the World, isn't it? Is it Man's Desiring or something like that? I can never remember. Anyway. That's how the Belle and Sebastian one goes. If you want to give it a try, we're starting on the A string and we're going 10, 9, 7, 10, 8, 7, and then 9 and 7. So you get that shape, right? Ba, 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 ba. And then what they do is they just, after that, they just hit the D chord. Like so. So let's practice that. Let's give that a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next bit, what they do is they come down, it's the same scale, but this time it's starting from this A note. And it's really nice to play this all the way down the A string. So we play 12, 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2, off. And then we finish by adding an E minor at the end. Let me show you that again. It's exactly the same scale, just starting a little higher, which is really, really nice. After that, it's just chords. You can see it's just chords strummed with those suspended fingers on if you want to, but that's it basically after this point. There's one little kind of bit of melody which I'll show you in a minute. But there's a really, really clever thing that you can do on this. Oh yeah, it wasn't just you, Trish, who is thinking of Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog, which is also an amazing song, right? Absolutely. Okay. So there's something else you can do really cool with this. And just go with me for a minute. This is leading somewhere, I promise. What I want you to do, and you can physically do this with me, I want you to play a C chord using your little finger, like so, okay? And then imagine that this finger is taking the place of the nut of your ukulele. It's just going to sit there at first. Move that shape up to the 2nd fret and we get a C sharp. Don't worry if it doesn't sound too nice at the moment. It'll get easier as it goes higher. D chord, D sharp, E, F, because there's no E sharp, F sharp, and when we get to here we get a G chord. It's another way of playing this one. Okay, all the same notes in a different place, and it's just a C chord that's moved up until it becomes a G basically. Now, because we have this bar chord down here and barring the whole of the 7th fret, look at what fancy pants thing I can do. Watch this. All of those notes that come in that solo bit are within that chord or within reach of that chord. So you can even strum this whilst you hit those notes. Or if you want to make it sound sweet, you have to do this quite quick, but you can strum down with your thumb and stop on the string which contains the melody note. So the first 3 you're going to strum all the way to the A string. The next 3 you're going to strum as far as the E string. And then the next 2 you're going to just strum the top 2 strings. And then if you do that, you're getting the scale coming through whilst holding down a chord. Isn't that cool? So you get this. And then you go down to your D. And then the next one's interesting. It's based on an A minor chord. Now, an A minor chord, that notes that make up an A minor chord are A at the top here, C and E. And we can get most of those chords by playing the bottom most of those notes by playing the bottom 3 strings open. In fact, we can get all of them, A, C and E. Now, because of that, for the next bit, you can just strum the bottom 3 strings, leave this one out because it's a G note, as we go down through these numbers. We're going to go 10, sorry, we're going to start right at 12. 12, 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, mostly your dots, right? 2, off, and then resolve it to an E minor. So that will look and sound like this. Isn't that cool? If you put them together, and then way up to 12. Then we go to the C chord. At this point on this measure, the second one along, You can do this little riff quickly up at the temp, where again it's a little snippet of the scale. Or you can just leave that out and go to G. You get the D chord. You get the G chord. So that basically forms an instrumental part. So you can do the instrumental just as it happens on the original record, which I think is really, really exciting. And it kind of takes you away from just the strumming, which is really, really sweet. But isn't that cool how all of those notes in the first chord, they just fit within it beautifully. You've just got to reach up. Now that's not easy, and that might take a little while to work through that tablature. So don't worry if you haven't got that tonight. But if anyone's feeling really brave and they want to have a go at it, give it a try. I mean, even if it goes wrong, it's only yourself that's going to hear it, isn't it? So it's not a problem. And of course you could simplify it just by playing the melody notes, because if I'm hitting the chords, like when I'm hitting this G, if you find the bar hard, just do the notes. Whoops. Says it's easy, right? D chord. Then we start at 12. That sounds great anyway, doesn't it? So you could just do the notes and then the chords, and that will also sound really, really super sweet. Really, really nice. I'll try and do both at the same time. I'll try and strum and hit those notes, but you might not hear them ping through as loud as that, because I'm going to keep strumming as I do it. And that's basically it. So for this one, we've got, let's just go to the structure for a second. Basically, we've got the verses are the first coloured section that we looked at. The instrumental that I was just showing you is this one here on the left-hand side that starts with those G chords. That's where you play the instrumental. Then we've got another couple of verses. And then when you get to this side of the page, this is where we get those verses that have the extra bit. So just that extra line I was telling you about here. All right. Remember, you haven't got to flip between the pages or have this up. This is just to show you how the structure works. You can just keep this page up, and the chords are in amongst the words, which will help you anyway. So hopefully that should help out. Now the intro is just the second bit of the tabbed out introduction I was showing you. So if you are feeling brave and you're going to do the tabbed section, the intro is just the bottom two lines, and the instrumental is the whole thing. So the intro just goes from this C. It sounds like this. And then just to G's after that. And then just D chord, just as is written, just nothing fancy pants happening there. And remember, you could just strum the chords there. It's absolutely fine as well. You haven't got to do this tab bit if you don't want to. It'll still sound nice. Should we try putting all that together then, and we'll see how it goes. That's brilliant, Karen. And I mean, the great thing about this is that you're practicing your scale as well. You're practicing playing backwards through your scale. And that is really powerful, because when we practice through scales, they come up in all sorts of songs. You saw how the scale that we used, the Joy to the World, right, coming backwards through that scale, that's just a backwards scale. There's so many songs that use that, and this one does as well. So every time you practice this song using that tablature, it's amazing, amazing practice, which is really cool. And it sounds cool. That helps, right? That's always good as well, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay, I'll keep this page up then so you can see where we are, and let me just get my tablature up so I know what I'm doing when we start. So remember, we're going to start on the C chord, okay, and then we're going to piece it all together. Let's give it a go. All right, so I'll count you in. Coming after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another sunny day, met you up at the garden. You were digging plants, I dug, you beg your pardon. I took a photograph of you in the herbaceous border. It broke the heart of men and flowers and girls and trees. Another sunny day, we're trapped inside with the train set. Rain even. Chocolate on the boil, steamy windows when we met. You've got the attic window looking out on the cathedral. And on a Sunday evening, bells ring out in the dusk. Let's hear those bells. Another day in June, we'll pick 11 for football. We're playing for our lives, the referee gives us a foul. I saw you in the corner of my eye on the sidelines. Your dark mascara bids me to historical deeds. Everybody's gone, you pick me up for a long drive. We take the tourist route, the nights are light until midnight. We took the evening ferry over to the peninsula. We found the avenue of trees, went up to the hill. That crazy avenue of trees, I'm living there still. Something in my eye, a little midge so beguiling, sacrificed his life to bring us both eye to eye. I heard the Eskimos remove obstructions with tongues dear. You miss my eye, I wonder why I didn't complain. You miss my eye, I wonder why, please do it again. The loving is a mess, what happened to all of the feeling? I thought it was for real, babies, rings and fools kneeling. Of pledging trust and lifetime stretching forever. So what went wrong? It was a lie, it crumbled apart. Ghost figures of past, present, future haunting the heart. Isn't that a great song? Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. It's just got such a joyous sound to it, which I think is really, really terrific. I think what we might do is just play that through one more time in just a sec. Let me know how you got on with it, guys, just so you can have another go at that, the really nice bells part. Notice that I love it because it's obviously intentional to be bells, because it comes after that and on the Sunday evening bells ring out in the dusk, which is really sweet. It's really evocative, right? So when you add it in there, you get that really da, 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 da. I really love this song. It means quite a lot to me as well because the weird thing was, right, when this came out, I was living in a top floor flat which overlooked Exeter Cathedral. And I used to love having this top floor flat. It had this little window with a little ladder that went up, probably a fire escape, to be honest. And I used to go up and sit on the roof. On a sunny day, I'd just sit up there, just writing poetry and watching the world go by. And if it was a warm summer's night, sometimes I'd just go and lie back and look at the stars, which was really special. So yeah, it's really, I just think it's lovely. So yeah. Fantastic. Well done, guys. That's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. And even, like I say, if you haven't got it now, just keep on practicing that and you'll be able to get those bell-like notes, which would be fantastic. Let's just play that through one more time then, and then we'll have a look at Here Comes the Sun. An absolute beauty, right? But let's just play through it one more time. Now we've got a bit more time. It's lovely to do it more than once, isn't it, I think? Let's give it a go. So, everyone ready? Get that C chord ready. See if you can hit the notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another sunny day, met you up at the garden. You were digging plants, I dug, you beg your pardon. I took a photograph of you in the herbaceous border. It broke the heart of men and flowers and girls and trees. Another rainy day, we're trapped inside with the train set. Chocolate on the boil, steamy windows when we met. You've got the attic window looking out on the cathedral. And on a Sunday evening, bells ring out in the dusk. Let's get those bells. Another day in June, we'll pick 11 for football. We're playing for our lives, the referee gives us a foul. I saw you in the corner of my eye on the sidelines. Your dark mascara bids me to historical deeds. Everybody's gone, you pick me up for a long drive. We take the tourist route, nights are light until midnight. We took the evening ferry over to the peninsula. We found the avenue of trees, went up to the hill. That crazy avenue of trees, and I'm living there still. There's something in my eye, a little midge so beguiling. Sacrificed his life to bring us both eye to eye. I heard the Eskimos remove obstructions with tongue still. You miss my eye, I wonder why I didn't complain. You miss my eye, I wonder why, please do it again. Last verse. The loving is a mess, what happened to us? the feeling. I thought it was for real, babies, rings and fools kneeling, and words of pledge and trust, a lifetime stretching forever. So what went wrong? It was a lie, it crumbled apart. Ghost figures of past, present, future, haunting the hearts. Yeah, well done everyone. Fantastic. I really enjoyed that. I hope you don't mind playing it twice. I just loved that so much. So, oh, thanks, Colin. It was a lovely little flat. I loved that place. It was a tiny, I guess it was almost a bed sit. It did have a separate bedroom, but it was like proper tiny. Right in the centre of Exeter. So every Sunday they would have the campanologists, is that the right term? The bell ringers. They practice ringing the bells, and it was just so beautiful to hear. I absolutely adored living there. It also helped that it was opposite Wetherspoons as well, which sounds really bad because you think it would be really noisy and stuff, but it wasn't a rowdy one, and it meant that every Sunday I could go over and have a cooked breakfast, which was very nice. Veggie cooked breakfast, of course, but yeah. Oh, well done, Indrani. Single notes on the scales work well. Thanks, Sarah. Nice song. Fantastic. For some reason, my computer's doing that thing again when I bring you guys on to say hello. It's making the comments not appear. Let me see if I can sort this out. There we go. Nearly got Indrani's. If I can get one done, then the others should all follow. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Here we go. I think I'm slowly getting the hang of this. I've only been using this computer system for like 5 years. You'd think I'd know it by now, wouldn't you? But that should work. Fantastic. There we go. If I click that, then they should all appear now. There we go. That's better. Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Di. Yeah, absolutely. It just brings back so many memories. Belle and Sebastian is such a special band to me. You know how much I love the Beatles as well, but Belle and Sebastian were kind of the band that I really got into at university. And I've got so many happy memories. In fact, the first year of university was just after their second album, If You're Feeling Sinister, came out. And I just remember like walking in the park after lectures and just going and sitting in the park, watching the squirrels and listening to If You're Feeling Sinister. And it just brings back so many happy memories. It's funny, isn't it, how music can do that? I don't know if anyone else has this, but I also have songs that do the opposite, which is kind of sad in a way. You know, when you might associate a song with something really sad and therefore you can't listen to it again. So it's probably some dodgy breakup or something that happened years and years ago, but there's certain albums I just can't listen to now. I should maybe give them a try and see if they come back. Who knows, say. So just a reminder, if you did enjoy that colour system way of doing things, and we'll look at it more on the next song as well. And remember, I'm going to do a full workshop on this, seeing music in colour. We're going to talk about synesthesia a bit, just because it's interesting historically. Classical composers like Messiaen had synesthesia, where he would actually see music as colours. He'd physically see it. I don't get the visual thing. I don't actually see the colours magically appear, but I think them. So I am seeing in colours, but in my mind my mind's eye rather than literally. The other one, who else was there? There was Mondrian, the artist as well, used to put music on, and that used to impact the paintings that he made. It's all quite fascinating, really. So we'll talk a bit about that, but the main thing is I'll show you how to use the colour system so that it will help you if you're playing. It's a really powerful thing and something that I'm really passionate about. As I say, I've written a book on it. Just waiting. My friends can do some work on the graphics, and hopefully then it should be all right. It should be out basically. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Thank you. Don't worry about not understanding everything yet, because the more you use it, the more it'll make sense, basically. But you'll get there. But Of course, when the book comes out, it'll explain everything anyway. But in the meantime, come along to the workshop. Come along to the workshop and I'll explain it in a lot more detail as we go. Okay. We'll talk about it on the next song as well, so you can get an idea of it from there. Don't forget that we've still got tickets for the Spanish trip as well. I'm just doing these. Well, I'm so busy this year. I'm just doing these one at a time so you can see what's coming next, basically. But we've also got, there's a brilliant Bracklesham one I'm doing in October, plus the cruise next year and all sorts. And of course, my own festivals, Ukulele Festival of Great Britain and the retreats. I've got some exciting news on those coming up soon, but I thought I'd just show you the Spanish one for today. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, just let you know, okay, of course, next Monday we've got another next Monday I'm away, but the week after we're coming back for this Kanikapila where we're going to look at old time songs. The Blackest Crow is one of my favourite songs of all times. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, nice, Trisha. It'd be interesting. Do you kind of? I wonder if if you put music on, whether you painting, whether it would affect kind of the feel and things that you put into your art. That'd be really interesting, wouldn't it? So yeah. I think it affects your daily life as well. Like when I'm listening to I listen to a lot of calm music because I get a lot of adrenaline. It's just the way I work with music and stuff. And so it's really good for me to have those moments of calm. And I put on a lot of calming music and what people call melancholic music. It just kind of really helps me relax, which I love. So yeah, my favourite artist for that at the moment is Johnny Flynn. You know, the guy who did the Detectorists theme tune. He's got some beautiful albums out. He's written some with a guy called, I think it's Rob McFarlane, and he's like he's a naturalist, and I think Robert wrote the words and then Johnny wrote the music, and it's really beautiful. So yeah. Oh, I love that. Fantastic. It's really, really good for colour for kids as well to kind of have that. Absolutely, it makes everything better. Me too, Trisha. I'm trying to like wear more colour, so you can't see it today. But look, I've even got my bright blue. I've got my turquoise trousers and my red top. So yeah, it's all fun, isn't it? Get a bit of colour into your life. Absolutely. So let's see then if we can have a look at our next song we're going to have a look at is Here Comes the Sun, which is a really, really lovely one. This is great because this will really help with the colour thing. It will help explain it. The reason this helps explain the colours is that it's formulaic in a really good way. I don't mean formulaic as in basic, but you'll see that the colours make sense and you'll see that the chords make sense as we go as well, which is really, really exciting. So let's check it out. I'm just going to have another gulp. Sorry, guys. I didn't realise, Joe, I'm a bit out of touch with Jake's stuff. I didn't realise he had a new album out. Oh, I should definitely listen to that. Calm Seas, that sounds lovely, lovely. I got a bit put off with Jake when he started doing all the collaborations because I think Jake's better when he just plays his own stuff. I love his own stuff. I don't think he needs to do all the covers and that. But hopefully maybe he's getting back to that. I shall check it out. I love Jake Shimbukuro. His album's fantastic. Travels is like, I still listen to that all the time. It's a great one. Okay, let's have a look. Look at these colours, right? So remember, yellow is home. It makes us feel comfortable, sunshiny, it's straightforward. And notice as well that the strongest colours are the 5 chord, because that creates tension, and the 1 chord that's home. So that's a really, really purposeful thing, having those colours as well. Hiya, Tim. Fantastic. Hope everything's all right. Tim, have you managed to avoid all the flooding on Oahu? I know it's been really, really quite bad over there, hasn't it? I think Sarah and Craig are kind of doing a fundraising thing at the moment, which is fantastic to help people out. I think North Shore had it worse, didn't it? Jamie says, looping back to associations with songs, never have your wisdom tooth extracted with your favourite album. It was years before I could listen to Rumours again. Bit of Fleetwood Mac. Oh, Jamie, what a brilliant album as well. I love Fleetwood Mac, and I'm glad that you can enjoy Rumours again, because what a fantastic album. It's brilliant, isn't it? And Anthony's saying, try the Cocteau Twins, Matt. Victoria Land Layback album. I will do that. I will do that, Anthony. I was at the record store today, actually, picking up. I had to pick up my new glasses in town, so I nearly picked up some 80s stuff, funnily enough. But yeah, circle of fifths and circle of primary and secondary colours work and fit together well. I love all this. Fantastic. Thanks, Anne. Thank you. So, again, sorry guys. Again, it's all good. I love this whole community thing. So let's have a look. So we've got yellow being the most extreme, as in home and comfortable. You've got the red being the opposite end of that, where it's all the tension. This is what I love. Have a look at the verse to Here Comes the Sun. You'll notice that that 4 chord is somewhere in between. It just basically helps you get from the 1 chord to the 5 chord. It creates a sense of movement, which is really, really lovely. And of course, if you think of that in shades of the rainbow, it makes sense. Yellow, red, yellow, orange, red. It makes sense. In fact, yellow and red mixed gives you the orange, right? So that's fantastic. So if you have a look at Here Comes the Sun at the start, that's what's happening in the verses. We have the 1, because we're in the key of G, 1 is our home chord. Here comes the sun, do, 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 do. The 4 chord is C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that tip I was giving you last week, changing G to C? Hinge on this second finger, I'll keep it really smooth. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Oh, I'm singing the wrong bit, sorry. Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely. And then you could either do the D7 this way, or the Hawaiian style's absolutely fine. And that's the 5 chord creating a tension. Winter. And if you stop there and pause, it feels like it's asking a question. So it makes you want to go back to the start and do it again. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Okay. So home, change, tension, home, change, tension. So you can really see that clearly and hear it as the song goes through there, which is really, really beautiful. Then we get to the next section. We've got a really unusual chord, and you can see it's unusual because it doesn't really fit the rest of the chords. It just kind of pops up, and it's called a secondary dominant. It just means they've stolen the dominant chord from another key. Don't sweat the furious too much for today, honestly, that is. But notice we go, the chorus starts with that 1-4 again, really nice and easy. Here comes the sun, do, 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 do. Here comes the, and then this chord, sun. It kind of like it, because it's a dominant chord and it asks questions. It's like, woo. But it kind of really makes the song kind of pop at that point. And then the next bit, we're just back to 1 and 4 again, just our standard home, change, home, change, home. And then notice that 5 chord at the end comes in right at the end, because it makes you want to go back to 1 again. And in fact, he ends that chorus with another 5 chord at the end, that D7, which makes you not want to just play a line again. It makes you want to play the whole thing again, which is really, really clever. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play through the chorus. You can play with me if you want, but I just want you to think about those colours as I'm playing and think about those chord personalities as we go. Tim, I'm really glad you didn't lose too much, some roof damage and lost a lot of trees. Oh gosh, sorry mate. Actually, that's not good at all, but really glad you're safe. That's the main thing. So let me do that so you can get a feel for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we leave home, do-do-do-do. Some change and surprise, I say. Home, change, home, change, home. Tension and home, tension, home, da 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 da, da 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 da. Change, surprise, home, change, home, change, home, tension and home. So you can see how that's working, how those colours are working. Now this is a little bit tricky. Now this song is really notoriously hard to teach because if you're really anal about it, it actually changes time signature several times within the song. Generally it's in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, right? But when it gets to this bit, it actually goes to waltz time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Crazy, right? This was something that George Harrison loved doing, and if you watch the Get Back sessions, you know, the Peter Jackson film where they went back and they showed all the footage from the Let It Be project. I can't remember which song it is, but there's one of the songs where either Paul McCartney or John Lennon's stuck on it, and George Harrison says, "Oh, why don't you change the time signature to waltz?" Wish I remember which one it was now, it will come to me later. But he loved this kind of changing time signatures, and he does it in some of his solo stuff as well. Technically the first D7 of this line is played in 5/8 times, so 5 beats, which is like just a bit mind blown. We're going to play it a lot more simple than that, so we're going to keep things a lot more easy. Basically, when you get to these chords that say NC, which stands for no chord, which is a bit of a fib because it means one chord, really, just play each chord once and count quickly to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. The D7's for 4. All right, you can see that because there's no 3 beats there. And then when you get to the G afterwards, you're back to strumming 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play one of those choruses through and you can join in or just have a listen to how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can always, if it helps, you can sing the do-do-do's as well. Okay, it's based on this bit. It's this lovely, let me see, it's something like... That lovely little kind of guitar riff that George Harrison does. If you want to kind of play it with the full chord melody, the whole kind of... all that stuff now. There is a version on my Beatles course that's fully tabbed out, so you get the full arrangement with all the tablature and everything. We are going to do a bit of that for the intro in a minute. All right, which you'll see on this page, which we're going to do in a minute. So you will get a bit of it, but if you want the whole of Here Comes the Sun tabbed out, there is an arrangement on my website. Okay. All right, so that's the chorus. Now, oh, I didn't even tell you how to strum this one. So apart from the bits where you're stopping, the strum pattern is going to be exactly the same as the last song. So it's just that classic island, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, walk, running, and running, walk, running, and running, walk, running, and running. Okay, right. So in the bridge, ignore the pink chords in terms of why they're there for now, because it's, again, it's one of those things that's quite hard to explain. But actually, I could try and explain it. I'll try to as we go. Basically, the reason the B flat is there is that it shouldn't work, but because it's 4 notes above F, our ears love hearing changes in fourths, thirds and fifths. So it does work. So B flat is there because it leads to the F, and F is 4 above C. So that's why those chords fit, even though they shouldn't, if that makes sense. And again, the Beatles were class acts when it comes to putting these chords in that shouldn't fit and making them work perfectly. So here, the bridge is really interesting. We've got 2 beats of B flat, 2 of F, and then 4 of C. So sun, 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 here it comes. And then 4 of G. And you do it, and you actually play it 6 times. Fun, sun. Sorry, sun, not fun. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Again, it's changing time signature technically. We're going to play it simply like that, 4 beats. But the actual original changes to like 6/8 timing there. It's really interesting. It kind of goes a little bit faster, which is really, really brilliant. And George Harrison matches out with gorgeous arpeggios on guitar, which sounds lovely. But that's it. Now, it's tricky this, right? Because you've got a B flat to an F. So my recommendation would be, rather than doing the barred one, I often do this just out of habit, try playing your B flat like this. Because notice then what you can do is you can pivot on this first finger and move this one up here for the F chord. So not too bad then, right? It makes it a little bit easier. Remember these tips for B flat. This will help you with every single song that has one in. Keep this wrist as straight as possible. If you bend it like this, notice that it forces my fingers upwards so they can't come down. And also it's just really bad for your wrist in general to kind of bend it too much like this. So you want to keep it nice and straight like that as possible. Notice that my fingers are on a diagonal as well. So they're not like this, which means my arm has to come in towards my body and is kind of uncomfortable again. It's still kind of slightly out this way, and the fingers are at an angle, allowing me to reach over with each finger. Okay. And then we've got our G and D7 at the end. Okay. Now, bearing in mind, I told you that with these colours, that 5 chord is the bright red. It's kind of like, almost like a danger sign. It's like the tension, right? And this, I mean, if you ever wanted to see the colour system work perfectly, this is great because the interlude is just all that 5 chord. So the interlude is just that D7 over and over. Da 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 da. So it's like that. Basically, George Harrison is just using that 5 chord to create tension, which builds and builds and builds. So when you get to the G chord that follows in the verse, you get that lovely release. So da 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 da. Do you notice how it's like when you hit that yellow chord, the G, and you go back here? It's like the mist clears and the sunshine comes out, which is kind of how the song works. It's really, really beautiful and simple. Just quickly as well, just notice that if we compare it to our first song, which has those 2 minor chords in a row, the purple and the green, notice that it has a lot more sunshine in it. There's more yellows and oranges, and that makes sense with the song. It's quite light, so most of the song is based on that 1 and the 4 chord, which is really great. It's why it sounds so happy, basically, which is fantastic. Apparently George Harrison wrote this song when he was sat in Eric Clapton's garden, and he wrote it on one of Eric Clapton's guitars. It kind of made me sad to read that, because I always presumed that this one might have been written on ukulele, because it works so beautifully on ukulele. But yeah, it's great. Oh, Trisha, I'll go through those 3-part bits again for you in just a second. So 1 second. Managed to finish my coffee for once. Whoop, whoop. That never happens. Tim, let us know if there's anything that we can do to help that. I'm really sorry to hear that you got some damage. That's not good, is it? But I know it could have been worse, but still, it's it's not great. So Trisha, yeah, of course, I'll go over that 3-part bit for you. So basically, when you hit the first C that has 3 beats written, just down strum once, and then the time signature. It's not even a waltz technically. It's 3/8, so faster than an average waltz. So that just means the notes come really quickly. So instead of 1, 2, 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's quite a quick chain. So you just strum down on a C, then a G, C, G, D7, and then you go back to normal on this G. And the timing, you're just going to count quick 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're back to normal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the hardest bit of this song in many ways because of that time signature. But once you get it, it will sound fantastic. Now, that's mostly it. Let's have a look at this tablature for the opening bit if you wanted to have a go. Sometimes tablature can be quite scary because you've got all these numbers and you've got the music above, which makes things look kind of intimidating a little bit, doesn't it, at times? But there's something really cool about this arrangement, and this is the reason I thought that it might have been written on ukulele, because the notes fit perfectly around a G chord on our ukulele. See, the whole of those first 2 measures, really I've basically not moved from this G chord other than lifting off my finger once. Interestingly, Tim says he thinks of it as George's first ukulele song because he played it capoed on the 7th fret. Ah, nice. So it's like, yeah, that would make sense, Tim, because if you think about it, you know how ukuleles traditionally used to be tuned in D tuning, and only more recently has it gone down to C tuning. That would have made sense because the 7th fret would have been D tuning for a uke. So yeah, love that. That's cool. So so it was kind of his first ukulele tune. So love it. Okay, so let's show you that. What you're going to do is you're going to hold down a G chord like this, which George probably would have been thinking D chord with this, because on a guitar this shape is a D chord. And what you're going to do then is you're going to pick the strings in a certain order. Just use the tab to help you. You're going to pick the G string with your thumb, then the C string, then the A string nearest the floor, and then the E string. So the whole of those first 4 notes, you don't move a finger on this hand at all. It just looks and sounds like this. So that's G string, C string, and then A string, E string. Top 2 and then bottom 2 in reverse. And then you lift off this finger for an open A, and you put it back down for the B note that follows. So you just lift it up briefly and back down. It'll sound like this. Let's try that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Hold on that one for a bit. Okay. Then when we go to the next measure, we still keep the G chord down for the first two notes. And then you can take it away for this open A. 3rd fret, open. You're going to play an open C. Put your finger back down here, open A, play it again. And then here it's based on this D shape. You're just going to put these middle two fingers in here. Lift off this off 2, 3. And you hit the open A. Okay. Let me do that from the start really slowly. Takes a bit of practice, obviously. The next line starts the same. That's exactly the same as the first two measures. And then we go to C major 7 shape, this finger down here. And we finish it with this D7. You can just strum down with your thumb if you prefer. I'm going to do this picking Pima style because I find it most comfortable. I'll put the whole thing together really slowly. 3 and 4 and... And then at tempo, I'm not expecting you to play it this fast yet. Now that gives you the intro. As I say, I've got a full version of the entire song tabbed out if you're interested on my Beatles course. Incidentally, if anyone's doing the Beatles course, I'm still working on that last bit. You know, I've been promising for months to do the last 10 songs, the medley off Abbey Road. I'm still working on it, but I hit a bit of a roadblock just because I've been so busy with everything. But it is coming, I promise. It will be released, the whole thing. So bear with me, it's not quite finished yet. Now, what you do, if you found that difficult, you can just strum this first bit and that's absolutely fine, okay? But if you wanted to play the introduction, it just comes on where it says intro here, okay? So basically, whilst the rest of us are strumming, or you can pick it, da 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 da, da 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 da, da da da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Da, 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 da. And then the words come in. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Notice there's no GD7 bit after those GD7 chords. There's no extra ones. We're straight into little darling, it's me, feels like, so on and so forth. All right. So if you want to, you can put that intro part in if you're feeling brave. The brilliant thing about it is, of course, you can take your time to learn it, and it's so satisfying when you get it. Honestly, I loved kind of arranging this and working on it. It's such a nice one to play on ukulele. It just works beautifully. So have a go at it, but if you're not there yet, practice it through and you can get there. You know you can. Let's try it. Let's go from top. Let's give it a go. This is going to be our last one tonight. Remember, we're doing 2 songs now at the Kanikapilas, but as always, I'm going to stick around at the end to see if you've got any questions with any of this. I'm always here to help, or anything uke related, basically. So if you've got any questions at all, just let me know. Let me just get this right size because it's gone too big and you won't be able to see me at all if it's that big. Let me see if I can get this to work. There's like a delay, so I move my mouse and then I think it's there and then suddenly it'll move again. It's like, it drives me mad sometimes. Nearly there. Sorry, guys. I'll move it over a bit as well. Make it a tiny bit bigger. Okay. That should do it. Okay, now don't touch it, Matt. Okay, right. Everyone ready? Just before we do, thanks Indrani, and Shell's just said what worked for him was to ignore the tab and staff and just form the G chord and noodle out the melody. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. And I think this is one of those ones that if you commit little parts of it to memory, the rest will follow. So start with the introduction on its own, and then if you are doing a full arrangement, just do bit by bit and put it together until you can play it from memory. It's a great way of doing it. Okay, let's go. Let's give it a try. So I'll bring the tab up so I can do the intro, but remember you can just strum along to this bit. You don't have to play the tabbed outro if you're not there yet. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles return to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here's our bridge. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Once more. Sun, 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 here it comes. Da 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 da. Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. jubbly. I think let's just do that one more time as well, shall we? Let's play each one twice because it's been so joyful tonight. If you've got any questions and you don't want to do another playthrough, ping them through now and then I'll get back to them at the end. But let's just do it one more time because that was so delightful. It's one of those songs, right? You know, they say it's a bit cheesy, right? But I genuinely believe it. When you're feeling a little bit down, it's helped me through so much in life. But you play a bit of ukulele and it cheers you up, right? It's just something about it. For me, I just find it so comforting. I find it such a beautiful instrument to play and to listen to, in fact, which is nice. But this one really takes that to an extreme. Whenever I play Here Comes the Sun, it's a bit like Summer Over the Rainbow by Brother Is. I just feel really good. So hopefully you guys too do as well. It's just such a joyful tune, so lovely as well. So absolutely fantastic. Yeah, do it, Trisha. Have this one on the back burner whilst you're working on other stuff. It's really good to have at least one song that you just keep coming back to and keep practicing. Absolutely. Leslie, I think the traditional bar D7 does work better on this one. It just has that kind of, because it's got that high C, it's got a brighter sound to it, hasn't it, than the A on that one. So, yeah, really, I would go for the D7 as well, Leslie. I think that's a good spot on your part, so well done. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Come on then, one last go, guys. Let's bring that sunshine into our life, and we'll have one more go, and then I'll see if there's any questions at the end. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I got all swearing. I went wrong. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2. Bet nobody leaves. Oh, good. I don't know if I keep making a mistake. You never know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. It seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here it comes. Oh, it's just such a class song, isn't it? Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. And love George Harrison. I think he's always been one of my favourite, if not my favourite Beatles. I think the ukulele thing just kind of puts a cap on it, and it's just like, yeah, definitely. It's like, yeah, he's already amazing, and then he's into ukuleles. Such a sad loss to the world, honestly, George, wasn't it, when George went? What a nice guy. You've probably all heard the stories. He used to carry around a load of ukuleles in the back of his Bentley, and if someone showed an interest in learning, he'd lend them one of his ukuleles out, which I think is really fantastic. Les has just spotted a typo. Let's have a look. Missing a G chord in the second verse, second line. Bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum. Oh yeah, well done, Leslie. Yeah, I don't know if it caught anyone out. You might have been on autopilot anyway, guys. But that second verse, it should have a G at the start before Little Darling. I'll get that fixed. Just like all the other verses, just want that G at the start. Sometimes I think my brain just has momentary lapses when I'm writing these things out. So yeah, that's cool. Thanks for letting us know. 2 to learn after sore fingers. Yeah, exactly, Pam. As long as your fingers aren't too sore, right? Yeah. So brilliant. Yeah, great fun songs, absolutely. Thanks, Jill. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And thanks, Rebecca. Yeah, nice how this works with your fingerstyle version. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've forgotten how to pronounce your name again. It's terrible. I should remember. Let me see if I can get this to work as well. Ah, there we go. That's better. I was making everyone tiny for some reason. Let me know how to pronounce your name. I'm always so embarrassed in case I say it horribly wrong. And you're always so supportive, so I want to make sure I get it right. Maybe I'll write it down or something. Thanks, Mark. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's such a classic, isn't it, Leslie? And it just fits so perfectly on the ukulele fretboard, doesn't it? Which is really fantastic. Oh, thanks, Di. That's great to hear. Di sends, I bring so much joy to every Monday. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. And you guys, the feeling's mutual as well. So, it could be me just talking out there to the ether. If it wasn't for you guys making this so special, it wouldn't be half as joyous as it is. Like Shoshay. Right, I've got it. Shoshay. I remember show and then shay. I got it. Shoshay. Thank you, Shoshay. I've got it. Fantastic. Thanks, Janie. Much appreciated. Thank you. Oh, was that? Yeah, that Here Comes the Sun. Absolutely, Colin. It's just a classic, isn't it? It's just absolutely brilliant. George was such a beautiful songwriter, honestly. I always think towards the end of the Beatles time, when it was all getting a bit depressing because of the Alan Klein thing and they were fracturing apart and stuff, I kind of felt like John Lennon kind of clocked off a bit, and Paul McCartney was still writing great songs, but he probably, his absolute peak was a little bit earlier, wasn't it? And but George, those the songs on Abbey Road that George wrote and the White Album, just terrific. Apart from Piggies on the White Album, I don't like that one, but thanks, Joe. Much appreciated. Anthony's been practicing and playing standing up lately. Should break the habit. Oh, it's not the end of the world, Anthony. It's good for you to stand up every now and then, isn't it? So yeah, I like a bit of both. but yeah, sitting down's more comfortable. You can get the uke at the right angle, can't you? Which is really, really cool. So just one last reminder, I'll put it on this, I think Karen's probably already done it, haven't you, Karen, that I'm away next week on the Facebook schedule, but I'll put it on the website as well so you guys can see. But the next Kanikapila is going to be 2 weeks time, okay? I've just done the worksheets for them, so they should be ready tomorrow or Wednesday, so you can have a look at them before I'm back. But this is going to be for 2 weeks time, so it's April 13th, 4 days after my birthday. I'm working my birthday, what have I done? But I'm sure it'll be loads of fun. So I mean, it's not like my work is horrible or anything. I absolutely love it, so I'm very, very lucky, very, very blessed to be able to do what I do. Oh yeah, and then the next live lesson is also going to be that week I'm back as well. All right, so the week after Sore Fingers, we'll be back to our live lesson, April 16th at 3:30. We'll look at music in colour and we'll go into it in a lot more details. One of the things that we've not done yet, folks, that I'd really like to do is really look at minor chords, minor keys, because we concentrate so much on major keys, and I'm mostly thinking major keys. In fact, when I play minor key songs, I often think of it as a major key, like in relative, that makes sense. But I'll actually, I've drawn up another chord table for the minor keys with all the colours and everything. So next time we're going to go through that, because The Blackest Crow, which is a gorgeous song, is in a key of D minor. So I'll go through all the kind of the chord personalities in a minor key as well, which should be good. And in the lesson on the Wednesday as well, I'll elaborate on that even further. So hopefully that would be good. So yeah, no worries, Karen, no worries. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right out there. Hopefully those daffodils do make their way up your way eventually, Karen. So yeah. Rebecca, when it's ready, I think we're going to put it on Amazon this time, but you'll also be able to get it off the website as well, which is even better for me, really, to be honest, because I don't have to pay all the Amazon fees and all that stuff. But we are going to put it on Amazon. They do a print on demand thing on Amazon. Jeff was telling me about it, Jeff Peterson, and it just makes it so much easier for us. So yeah, hopefully. But it's going to be a little while. I've still got my friends working on it in April, and then hopefully sort of May time it might be getting towards completion. So we shall let you know. Oh my gosh, Karen says it's snowing. Oh my gosh, crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Karen, whenever you say that, it always makes me think how flipping lucky we are to have the Gulf Stream where we are that keeps us mild. The kids would like it that it's snowing, but I'm sure the other two will wear off soon, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll catch up week after next. Take care of yourselves. Those that are coming to Sore Fingers, yay, it's exciting. I'll see you next week. I've got some really, really cool songs planned. So I'll see you either Sunday or Monday. And everyone else, I'll be back week after next. We'll be back into it with a Kanikapila and a lesson as well. So take care, everyone. Much love.